Welcome in Craft and Design 3.0. For my dear audience, in this video I will describe some different and much beautiful ideas of scrap metal art project and decor ideas in the year of 2024. New branded ideas for my dear audience. I mean that scrap metal. So, dear audience, when we talk about a scrap metal, then a different question arise in our mind, like as what is a scrap metal art, or what is a metal scrap, or what is the uses of metal scrap, or what is scrap in different point of view, or how we can define a scrap. So, dear audience, when we talk about what is a scrap metal art, then scrap metal art is a unique and fascinating form of expression that transforms discarded metal into stunning works of art, from sculpture to garden decor. There is no limit to the creativity that can be unleashed through the medium. If we talk about what is a metal scrap, then scrap metal is a bit and pieces of metal parts, bars, turnings, rods, sheets, wire, or metal pieces that may be combined together with bolts or soldering, radiator, scrap automobiles. So, railroad boxes, like as a car or different other metals, so which when worn are superfluous can be recycled. So, one my dear audience and one my dear guys question me in that what is the use of a metal scrap? Then my affectionately and loving answer is, for example, scrap iron and aluminium metal are used extensively in the construction industry for projects as varied as road and bridges. As well, scrap metal is also used for manufacturing automobiles, aircraft, and other kind of travel. So many kind of containers are made from scrap metal materials. So, what is a scrap? One, my dear guys, question me, what is a scrap? Then, a scrap consists of recyclable material, means we can change from one material to another, and with mix up we can use and we can make it and as a waste manner, as a beautiful manner. So, usually metal left over from product manufacturing and consumption, such as parts of vehicles, building supplies, and surplus material. So, unlike waste scrap as a monetary value, especially recovered metals and non-metallic materials are also recovered for recycling. So, how we can say a scrap art called sculpture assembled, constructed from discarded material as glass, scrap metal, plastic, and we say that wood. We also define it. Some my dear guys question me that what is a definition distinguished in a metal art. So metal art consists of using different type of metal to create artworks. If this sound ambiguous to you, so it's like because it is very wide term to explain various options, like from beautiful Egyptian jewelry to modern art prints. So one of metal art's primary characteristics is that is an immensely versatile. So, a scrap is typically a small item that originally was part of something larger, like a scrap of fabric that was once part of a larger piece. So, scrap can also describe something that's no longer useful. For example, you might take scrap metal to the recycling center. So a scrap of something is a very small piece of amount of it. So a crumbled scrap of paper or metal or steel was found in her handbags. If a steel is a very thicker, uh, very small, we can use it in our handbag. So a fire fueled by scrap of wood, we can make it. So they need every scrap of information that can get. So if we saw the example of a scrap metal, then common scrap metal household items, stainless steel, sinks, and brass fests. So these are commonly found inside kitchens or bathroom or washroom. So bring this in and use that money for that farmhouse sink that you have always dreamed of, copper pipe or tubing, also found in your kitchen and bathroom, or copper pipe or tubing, we can use it. So one, my dear guys, question me, there is metal scrap a waste, a wastage, although scrap metal is often, for my dear guys, for my dear audience, in its mind, I also remind it as a beautiful manner and have very authentic and affectionate their living sites, and brand minded and broad minded, we can say that it's a still a valuable product and a popular commodity. Now before you start recycling, you need to understand the different classification. So how does scrap work? If we define it as an broad minded or waste minded, we say that in the scrap business, and the customers of scrap yard are the refineries, are different other factories, and different other mills, we can use it, that reprocess the metal back into its natural state. In other words, refineries transform finished metal product and that were discarded back into raw materials that can be used in a new manufacturing ideas, different manufacturing other factories, for the sake of money, for the sake of other beneficial subcontinental uh, commodity. So why is scrap metal valuable? The value of it depends on its purity, form, and market conditions. Generally, clean, uncoated aluminium with high purity is more valuable, much valuable than coated or contaminated aluminium. So, this scrap metal is highly sought after by recyclers and manufacturers due to its energy saving property and high recyclability. So, my dear audience, I think that my video and my idea are interesting for you, and interesting for your children, and interesting for your relatives and your relatives' babies. I think if my video and my idea are interesting for you, then subscribe my channel and like my video and share my video with your affectionate love. So thank you very much, guys. Once again, thank you very much.